Hello, and welcome into my reselling channel, Flippin' Hippos. I'm Star. Today is Tuesday, so it's time for Tutorial Tuesday. Today's question comes from Loretta Day, who says, "Good morning, you are amazing and a great presenter." Thank you. "I was about to stop selling till I discovered your videos." Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. I don't like to hear when people are discouraged and want to give up. So I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad you like the channel. She goes on to say, "I am trying to supplement my retirement income, but I am tech challenged. But your videos are easy for me to understand. Thank you so much. Can you please make a video on pricing strategy and how to determine if an item worth buying while sourcing at the thrift store or bins? Is there an app that you could recommend that would help me identify valuable items? I'm willing to pay for a subscription. Have a blessed day." Well, I'm not going to charge you for anything because I teach for free on this channel. I make my income from ad revenue that YouTube pays so that you guys get all of the information and the teaching and everything, all the good stuff for free. No cost to you. So what can I tell you about apps? I'm sure there are apps out there that can help you when you're sourcing. However, I feel like a lot of them are a ripoff because I think the best way to learn valuable items, brands, glassware, whatever you're trying to learn, whatever your niche is or whatever you're trying to get into, is time and research and experience. So if you're trying to get into glassware or jeans or shoes, as you learn how to comp, and we're going to go over that in a minute, and as you resell for a while, over time and with your experience, you'll be able to recognize those valuable brands on your own. And at first, you're just going to have to do the research. And that means comping, and that means maybe sometimes spending an hour, a couple hours a week, spread out over a few days, just going through the solds on eBay, Poshmark, all the different platforms. You can look at what's selling. You can look at what other people are listing. You can look at what prices people are asking for stuff and kind of gauge from that what is worth your time, what is valuable, what are things you're going to want to source. Watching other watching other resellers do their highlight reels or their what sold videos, not only on YouTube, but on Instagram. Like if you're not on Instagram, I know you said that you have a problem with technology, but Instagram is really easy to understand and use. And the reselling community on Instagram is a plethora of information. Everyone there is so kind and willing to share their sales and their highlights and what they've found. So that's a good community to be a part of. You can see what everybody is selling, what they're sourcing, and then look for sold videos and haul videos on YouTube. And then just do some research. Just look at the platforms, take some time. And then over time, you will learn quickly. eBay does have a scanner that you can use, but I don't know if you're going to want to use that if you aren't technologically inclined. I'm going to go ahead and explain the next part of your question on if something is worth your time to source and how to comp it while you're out and about at the thrift store or the bins. You'll just use your phone and you will search for the item. So I have some steps here. How many steps did I write down? All right, I have 7 steps here on how to comp an item and decide if it's worth you sourcing when you're out in the wild. And if you need more information, more explanation, or me to show you anything specifically within each of these steps above and beyond what I'm going to talk about today, please feel free to let me know in the comments and I'll revisit this and do a further tutorial, screen share, or another talk if that's what's needed until you feel comfortable, okay? And that goes for everyone, not just Loretta Day. This channel is a teaching channel and I want everyone to learn. So if you ever need more explanation or further tutorials, happy to do it. Okay, so the first step is to search the item. eBay's where most people look up their comps, and most people consider that the best place to look. And you can base your decision on eBay's comps. And then when you go to cross-post it to other platforms, you can price accordingly. Some platforms you're going to charge more, like Poshmark and Etsy. Some you'll charge less, like Depop, because they don't charge fees. So you're just going to type a clear, specific title, brand, item type, key features. Exactly what you're looking for. Nike Air Max, men's size 10. Old Navy jeans, women's size 16. Corningware, white casserole dish, blue flowers. Whatever you're looking for, type it in. And then you're going to filter to sold listings. Looking at the sold listings tells you exactly what something is worth right now. Not what someone hopes to get when you look at the actual live listings. Not what turds are pricing it at as they're racing to the bottom. But you'll be able to see what it is worth right now, what people are paying right now. Now, I will add that I always recommend checking both sold and active when you list the item. When you're actually back home, you have the item in your possession, you've photographed it, you've gotten it ready to go, and you're about to list it. Double check the solds and check the live listings too, because sometimes prices can wax and wane, rise and lower with fads and trends and turds racing to the bottom. A lot of things can happen. So I always say look at solds and active just to be sure. But when you're in the store making the choice, just check solds because you don't want to spend too much time on your phone when you're trying to thrift and find items. So just quickly filter to the solds and then look at what people have actually paid and do the all-in price, what they paid plus shipping, because the all-in price is the all-in price. Whether they charged 20 free ship or 10 ship and you want to do 12 ship, it's all the same price. So you need to see the overall total of what people are willing to pay with shipping and everything for that item. And you're going to look for patterns. So this is step 3. Don't just look at the one sale that was for $50 and oh my gosh, that's exciting. You need to look for patterns because maybe 5 other people sold it for 20 and maybe 6 people sold it for 18, right? So you want to look at all of the information that you can see there and look for patterns. The average selling price, are most people paying? That's not correct. What price are most people paying? If there's any big outliers, one way or the other, say something is like averagely selling for $20, you can ignore the 50 and you can ignore the 5. This is a rare outlier here that you're not going to get that price if everyone else is selling it for this price. And this low price over here is a turd. You don't want to be a turd and you don't want to follow in their race to the bottom footsteps. So you want to look for the patterns and the average sell price. The 4th, compare condition and details. I don't know that you really need to do this in the store. It is a step of comping because you do need to know if everybody's selling at 18, is it because it has damage or is yours new with tags? Like you do need to look at stuff like that. If you can do it very quickly in the store, sure. If not, wait till you get home and you're about to list it. But you want to find items that are similar to you. New, used, with damage, pristine. For example, if you have an item that has a scratch or a small hole, you can't price yours compared to a mint condition piece. So this step is up to you whether you want to do it when you're out thrifting or wait till you get home. You've already decided the item is worth it. I think once you get the average sell price, you're pretty good to go on knowing whether or not you're going to source it. And then step 5 is to check the sell-through rate. So search for the item again, or refilter it back to active listings. Remember when I said to search for it and filter to sold? Filter back to active. And if there are 100 listed and only 20 sold, for instance, it's slow. But if there's 30 listed and 25 sold, then that has a strong demand. High sell-through rate is a safer buy. A lot of sellers put a lot of their decision making into the sell-through rate. So you want to look how many are listed and how many have sold. And then step 6, do quick profit math. So before buying it, figure out how much you're going to make. I always take off 15% of what I think I'm going to charge for it. eBay and whatnot, Depop, Mercari, they're probably all hovering right around 12% after you pay your fees and your payment processing. Depop's a little less, actually. And Poshmark's 20%. So just to be on the safe side, when I'm in the store and I want to do quick math in my head, I always subtract 15%. So here's how you figure out your quick profit math. Take your fees off, 15%. Estimate shipping. That'll come with time and expertise as well, but you can kind of look at the solds and see what everyone else was charging for shipping. And then how much you're going to pay for it. And then your overall profit. So let's say you found jeans that you can sell for $20. You're going to take $3 right off the top. You know they're going to cost about $8 to ship. So that's $11. Now, if you're paying $1 for those jeans, you're going to have an $8 profit. And if that's something you're okay with, that's great. But if the jeans are like an $8 pair of jeans, then you're looking at a $3 profit, and that's not so good. So kind of just figure it out for yourself what your bottom line is. Some people have a minimum sale price, and some people have a minimum profit price. Some people won't sell anything unless it sells for $50. And then you've got people like me who my cost of goods is usually $1. So if I profit 8 or more, I'm okay. I can profit 8, I could profit 20, I could profit 15. I don't care. My cost of goods is $1. So you have to figure that out for yourself too. Do you want an average selling price or average profit price? Figure out your cost of goods and all that. And right there in the store, you'll have the decision made for you on whether that item is worth picking up that day. So a good pickup, and you can decide this on the whim, at the bins, in the thrift store. If you do all the steps I talked about, you can right there, and you will get faster with this as you go too. Everything comes with time and experience, but you can decide right then and there if it has consistently good comps, high sell-through rate, enough of a margin for you to be comfortable with your profit, and it's something that you're comfortable with shipping. There you go. It's worth buying. Look up comps before you buy. You know, that's what you're asking in your question, I think, is it worth buying? There is an eBay app barcode scanner you can use when possible. And avoid items with a lot of competition or a high sell-through rate unless you want to do a high volume based business, very, very low cost of goods like I have. And remember that weird and niche items are really great to find. So if I find something that's really weird or something that's super seriously niche and the cost of goods is a couple bucks or less, I usually just grab it and bring it home and don't worry about comping it in the store, because stuff that's unique is going to sell. But if you're looking through clothing and glassware and shoes and things that kind of have a lot of competition and are oversaturated, that's when you want to check the comps, the sell-through rate, and then quickly do the math on your margins or how much profit you're going to make. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about anything I said in this video, or you need to hear or see more, just let me know. And if you have a request for a tutorial video, let me know that too. I love to get requests and then teach you guys things that you're actually interested in learning or looking to learn more about or are struggling with. When I pick the topics, I don't know who needs it. When you guys request it, I know you need it, and it's something that is valuable to you guys. So use your comment section. It's for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe, help me feed some hungry hippos, and I will see you in the next one.